Logistics. No matter the war, no matter your forces, no matter your foe, you will encounter logistics. One of the earliest signs of civilization is roads, and even with ships that can travel star systems in weeks, the road at the end of that journey is vital. Sometimes such roads have the interest of both sides, and to continue fighting, to continue being supplied with munitions, medical equipment, and food, they must be captured and held.
Hi, I'm ED-SKaR.
And I'm Paul Allen.
And today we have another in our campaign of the Tanith First and Only versus the Death Guard. Mm-hmm. The situation on the planet of Azimuth, the worst named planet in science fiction, is pretty dire. The Chaos Forces have landed and have taken some ground, and so the Tanith First and Only are going to try a counter push, and we're going to see if we can attack the weakened squishy guard, traitor guard and cultist side of the Death Guard rather than the Space Marine side.
Yeah. So we've mixed things up a little this one. I'm going to be running basically just cultists and guardsmen and rhino.
And poxwalkers.
Poxwalkers. And I've got a rhino just to make the points up. We're going to assume that I can in fact put these traitor guard into a rhino, because technically I can't, but we're going to.
We're playing first edition 40k when the Imperial Guard had rhinos.
Good.
We're actually playing 9th edition, but we are shoehorning rules in wherever we please. We are not chained to the rules to play it properly, because that's far too boring and we are far too creative to be held back by such things.
Yeah. Right. So this is going to be a 500 point game.
500 points. And for the ongoing experimentation with the Tanith First and Only, I will be experimenting with splitting the official Gaunt's Ghost rules. So, the official Gaunt's Ghost squad, this is the Plastic 2021 set. There are rules here to run the 6 characters as a single squad. So, today's big experiment is to actually split them up. And to show that, we pretty much need to go on and look at the forces. But shall we look at your forces first?
Okay, over to future me. Okay, so for this game, the Lord of Contagion, we're going to play him as a Chaos Lord, which is going to bring his points down. So he's got a bolt pistol for this game, and a chain axe, because that's just the closest to what the mod's actually holding.
I mean, he does have an axe with little spinny things in.
Does,
so
yeah.
It's near enough a chain axe.
Then we have our cultists. They're still as one big unit, same as all the other games we've played. That's fine. And then these 2 cultists are 2 separate units. So these ones have the pistols and the melee weapon.
Yep. And they are fully painted. It's just a nighttime mission.
It is a nighttime mission.
Yeah.
Their leader has a shotgun, which is cool. Over here we have the full-size rifles. Their leader does appear to have like a clawy thing, but he does in fact have a rifle, and that axe isn't really there. Poxwalkers, all 15 of those, and we have my 2 Chaos Spawn models over here, and of course the Rhino. So that brings me to a total of 491 points.
Cool.
In a totally legal way.
Okay, so this green horde, or at least it's green from my point of view because I'm behind them, I can see all their cloaks, is my Tanith First and Only 500 points army. And as I mentioned, the Gaunt's Ghost squad at the front will be split up. So Gaunt, Corbeck and Rawn will become characters. They will get the character keyword, and they will also get the voice of command keyword so that they can issue orders. As they are officers in Imperial Guard, that makes sense. The others, however, will be split up and put into different squads. Starting with McColl, he is Chief Scout, of course, and so he joins the Scout Squad. The Scout Squad is effectively a veteran squad, but they get the benefit of the rules of McColl and also the forward deployment rules, whatever that was called. I've put the rules down on the other side of the room. Covert stealth team, there we go. Larkin does a very similar thing. he joins a special weapons squad equipped with 2 snipers, and he takes the space of the third. And these get ballistic skill 3. Larkin's obviously ballistic skill 2. He keeps that. And they all get the benefit of Larkin's special rule. Bragg is a little less impressive. He simply joins an infantry squad. So for the scout squad, I gave them a heavy flamer, 2 flamers, and a plasma gun. So they're pretty well armed for up close and personal. Obviously, the sniper squad has snipers. At the back here, I have heavy weapons squad, 2 missile launchers and 1 auto cannon, simply because those are the models I have. And then 3 infantry squads. I've got 1 with a sniper and a heavy bolt gun. I've got 1 with just the sniper. And then this last one that Bragg joined has a flamethrower. And that is pretty much all I need to explain. Complicated enough as it is, but we'll see how it goes.
For this game, we're playing with objectives, so we want him to be securing the road. So we've got 3 to take. So to that end, I am deploying in this quarter of the board. So I have got my my cultists here with the auto pistols, the 2 chaos spawn back here, the poxwalkers right here at the front. There's the rhino, and he's loaded up with these cultists, the ones with the rifles and the flamer.
Yep.
Leader is back here. These guys are sort of here because I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with those yet. Yeah.
Cool. On the opposite table quarter down here, with a little bit of a gap in the centre of the board around that first objective, I've got my heavy weapons team that are going to try and get some line of sight from this section of road, which might not happen because I suspect they're going to be moving in pretty quick. I've got infantry squads in the middle, Gaunt dead centre up front where he belongs, and on the left kind of corner here with fairly good lines of sight I've got Larkin and the snipers. And now, just before the game begins, I get to deploy McCall and his scouts, which I've got in a little egg box here. I can deploy them anywhere so long as they are at least 9 inches away from the enemy, and so I will deploy them on top of this building. Just like that. Don't they have a good field of view? So, the all-important first roll. Who gets the first turn?
Even Stevens.
Even 5. Let's re-roll that. Oops, mine's gone off. I got a 3, you got a 1. I get to decide whether I go first or second. Is this the first time I've managed to choose? I think
yes.
you keep on winning the roll-offs. So thankfully I get to go first, and so I'm going to choose first, yes. Okay, Tanith turn 1 movement. The snipers have stayed still, as you would expect. This squad's moved up onto that objective. Some small amount of movement in the middle. I forgot to move Gaunt. I shall move Gaunt in a second. This squad has advanced, and the heavy weapons team at the back have advanced. Corbeck will be issuing forwards for the Emperor, which means that that squad can shoot even though it advanced this turn. Gaunt, once he moves forwards, will be issuing take aim on this squad, which gives them reroll 1s to hit. Because they're gonna, I'm not sure what they can actually see, but probably just those over there. We'll see how well they do. And then down here, Rawn will also be issuing take aim on the snipers because they've got a good shot at the poxwalkers. Starting with the heavy weapons squad against the cultists here, and I'll roll 2 frag missiles, which I get a total of 4 shots. That's not particularly amazing. Rolling to hit at 4+ with the re-rolling ones. There's no 1s, and there's only 1 hit. Rolling 4, strength 4, toughness 3, so it'll be a 3 to wound. And that does wound. I'll just check the AP value. Frag missile has no AP value, so you get your armor save at 4+ because you've got 1 overall save. And that is made. Okay, next weapon is the autocannon. 2 shots. Forced hit. Marvellous. There are also 3 last guns from the loaders. 1 of them hits. 4+ to wound, does not wound. Lovely, that was effective. Going to the opposite end, the snipers are going to shoot at the poxwalkers. So I'm going to start with the 2 snipers, which will be 3+ to hit. Both hits. Strength of 4. Are they toughness 4 or toughness 3?
4.
Okay. Strength 4, toughness 4, so it's 4s to wound. 1 wound. So that's 1 dead, but we'll do all the Endless Horde saves in a moment. Larkin himself, 2+ to hit with re-rolling ones. He of course hits. His hotshot last gun, his hotshot long lass is strength 5, so he rolls and does a wound. So that's 2. And then there's the 3 last guns, which are also ballistic skill 3+. 2 hits. Nice. 5s to wound though, and there's no wound. So 2 Endless Horde saves for that squad. Nope. No. So 2 of them, off you go. Next will be this squad, which did not advance, they just moved on to the objective. They have a sniper, sergeant, and then 8 troopers, so I'll roll the 8 last guns first. 4, 6, 8. Conveniently, I have 8 dice. They moved, they did not advance, so there's no modified hit. They're doing better than the snipers, amazingly. Strength 3, toughness 4, which means 5s to wound. I say that, and then that's the wound roll. So that's 1. We've got the sniper, who hits. Strength 4, toughness 4, so it's 4s to wound. And it does not wound, so that's 1 more Endless Horde save.
4.
4.
Never fail.
I just want to think, can this squad shoot them, do you think? Because there's a car in the way.
I can shoot that.
Yeah, okay. The 2 infantry squads in the middle are going to shoot again at the cultists here. So we'll start with the squad with Bragg in it. Bragg with his autocannon, we've got a flamer and we've got a sergeant, so that's 7 last guns. If I roll 7 last gun shots. This squad advanced, this squad did not advance. So there's no worries about modifiers here. So that's the hit rolls. Their toughness 3, so this is 4s to wound with the last guns. That's 2 armor saves at +1 for being in cover, so that's 4+ armor save. 1 saved, 1 dies. So the flamer and the sergeant's pistol are out of range, but we've still got Bragg's autocannon shots. So we are 5+ to hit, but we are still re-rolling 1s because of that. Did I really need 1s to hit? I don't know. I should have been paying attention to that. I did not. So both shots miss, which triggers Bragg's try again rule, which means I get to re-roll. And I get no hits. Okay. So moving on to this squad. These guys advanced, which means I can't shoot that squad, actually, because you can only move and shoot. You can only advance and shoot with assault weapons, and there's nothing in that squad that's an assault weapon. Okay. So I can't shoot them at all. Can take measure.
Can take measure. I can take measure.
I think with that shooting at him, I can just about shoot that squad. Do you think that's okay?
Who's that?
That is Corbeck. He gets hotshot last carbine. 3 shots, 3s to hit, 2 hits. 4+ to wound because it's still strength 3. And he's got -3 AP, so even with the cover save, you don't get a save overall.
Just dead.
So 1 is removed. Where did Rawn end up? Rawn is there. Can he shoot the poxwalkers? He's got a squad in the way.
What's his range?
24. He's in range. I'm just wondering if it's... I think you get cover save from this one. So, last carbine from Rawn. 3+ to hit. 2 hits. 5s to wound. Only 1. There's a few models being removed, but it's an awful lot of not very much. So,
this one?
Gaunt, with his bolt pistol.
Oh, Gaunt over here.
Gaunt's out of range of everything, so it's just my scout squad left. So the flamers are out of range because I did not move them. There is no sergeant because McCall takes the place of the sergeant. So there is 1 plasma gun, 4 las guns. So I'll shoot the las guns first against the poxwalkers. 3s to hit. 5s to wound. 1 wound. Stack up some and you can do the saves at the end. McCall with his last carbine, he gets 3 shots, 2s to hit. 5s to wound. Okay. Flamers are out of range, so we get the plasma gun. I will shoot the plasma gun at the tank because that's a far better use of its firepower. It hits and it wounds. So we'll have to look up what guns do against tanks because I have no idea. But for the moment, let's do the Poxwalkers 2 Endless Horde saves. Oh, one of them sticks around, one of them goes away. Yep, so we've resolved, we've read the rules and we've worked out how tanks work. It was a wound, and so we will see about an armor save. No. So you take damage equal to a standard shot from a plasma gun. Plasma gun, standard shot, oh, it's only 1. Yeah, it's not that powerful. It's got high strength, but it doesn't do much in the way of damage.
That's not what those spikes are for.
But they're convenient.
They're not dice holding spikes, they're head holding spikes for holding heads.
Well, with all of my army having shot, except for those who can't shoot, and out of range for charges, that's not an awful lot of kills for my first turn, but let's move on to Chaos, turn 1.
Okay, so the Chaos Spawn have advanced to over here. This team have moved normally to try and take this objective. The Poxwalkers have advanced.
And importantly, they're on the objective now, the centre objective.
These guys have advanced that direction. Our leader here has moved normally this way because he does have a pistol. Not going to do a great deal, but yeah. And the Rhino has moved as far as here, which is then going to charge in a bit after the shooting phase.
Which means that by the end of your turn, you'll be contesting or owning this objective, and you will be owning both of those, which means I've got my work cut out to try and push you off some of them. We shall see how it goes, but first, before we get ahead of ourselves, the Chaos turn 1 shooting phase. Describe your somewhat pitiful shooting phase.
So in the shootable phase,
a lot of stuff missed. Let's just talk about what hit.
Okay, so the heavy stopper managed to take out
Arilla. The loader from that heavy weapons
from that team, and the Rhino with the missile launcher managed to get 1.
Yeah, just the 1. So overall, that's only 2 wounds. However, your army isn't a particularly shooting army; it's more of a close combat army.
It is.
So, shall we move on to the charge phase and see how much damage you can do?
Okay, I'm just having a think. A tactical thing. So 7, so that's fine. We're in.
Yeah, you're in.
I'm going to run the Poxwalkers into Gaunt.
You can't. I don't think you can target Gaunt. I think you have to target the squad. You know what? I think you can.
Okay, so for the second charge, I'm going to try and rush all these Poxwalkers into Gaunt because I don't like him giving out orders.
Yeah, I just quickly looked up the rules to see if the lookouts applies to charges, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So, if they'd have charged the squad, I could use heroic intervention to join in with Gaunt and have everyone fight. But because of how this works, he can just charge Gaunt by himself.
So what I'm hoping is going to happen here is I'm going to turn Gaunt into a Poxwalker, and then I'm going to consolidate into that team next to him.
If you manage all of that, well, yeah. Would you like to roll to see how far you charge?
Yeah, I mean, I could get Snake Eyes here, and that'd be the end.
Come on, Snake Eyes.
Nope.
That's a 9.
That's a 9.
That is definitely less than 9.
So we've got 9 Poxwalkers with 2 attacks each. And we are doing wounds on 4+, and I can't pick up this many dice.
You're doing hits on 4+.
Hits on 4+, yes.
I think that's still above average.
Yeah, I think that turned out better than I was concerned.
I don't like that. Don't like that at all.
4 pluses.
Is that 5?
5.
Well, he's got 4 wounds and he's got a 4+ armor save, so I could roll abysmally here, but let's see if I can. Oh yeah, saved 3, so I'm taking 2 wounds.
How many wounds did he have? 4.
Started with 4, he's got 2 left.
Surely. Okay, on to the Rhino. Okay, so the Rhino has 6+ on its weapon skill, and we've got 3 attacks.
Okay.
No
hits. Which means I now get to fight back, and I'm going to start by using Stratagem Tube Charges, which is one of the Tanith special stratagems, which means I can replace one of my model's attacks with a Tube Charges attack.
Give me the...
So, I still have to roll to hit, and if I hit, I get 2d3 mortal wounds. So, this is just an infantry squad, so I have to go roll a 4+, which I do not do, and that sucks. So, everyone else just gets their normal attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 pluses to hit. That's 4 hits. Toughness is 7, strength is 3, which means I'm wounding on 6s. And of course, as you would expect, that's a lot of 1s. Of course, as you would expect, there are no wounds there. However, more interestingly, Gaunt now gets to stab a whole bunch of Poxwalkers. So Gaunt gets an extra d3 attacks. He gets 1 extra attack, so that's a total of 4, with a weapon skill of 2+. Yep, so 5s to wounds. Only 1. That sucks. Would you like an endless horde save?
No.
Nope. So Gaunt only kills 1. That's not good. In fact, that's really not good. But that is the Chaos turn 1 over, and now it becomes Imperial Guard turn 2. So, Tanith turn 2 movement. The snipers stood still. They're in combat, they stood still. Brawn just shuffled forwards a bit. Infantry squads here moved forward so that they can do some shooting over there. And Corbeck here managed to roll a 6 on his advance move and so managed to jump on a truck because he's that kind of bravado, brash and bravado kind of chap that he would jump on top of a truck and he's pointing from there. Heavy weapons team stood still, so I'm going to get on with some shooting.
These guys moved down.
Oh yes, and the scout squad with McCall, they moved down. The flamers are all in range of that squad, so I'm going to start my shooting phase with them. So 2 flamers get d6 shots each. Wow. So 5 shots, strength 4, toughness 3. So that's 3s to wound, so that one does not wound. So they get armor saves with no modifier.
No, it's 6+.
Oh, they all die. Oh, 4 die then. Heavy Flamer also gets decent, for crying out loud. Heavy Flamer is strength 5, but that's still a 3+ to a wound. 1 wound. -1 armor save, no armor save. So he dies. McCall gets 3 shots from his last carbine. 2s to hit. 4s to wound. So 1 wound. 6+ armor save. 1, 2, 3, 4 last guns, which are all also going into the Chaosy buys. 3+ to hit, so nope. 4+ to wound. 1 wound. 1 armor save for 6+. Plasma gun shooting a standard shot will shoot at your commander. So 3+ to hit. Does not hit. So concludes the Tanith second shooting phase, which was a lot more successful for me than the first. A whole lot of firepower went into the, was it the Cultist squad there?
Yes.
And wiped them out completely, which was good. A lot of shots went into the traitor guard here, which didn't completely wipe them out, but it did a bit of damage. And finally, the heavy weapons team up here popped one and wounded the second of the chaos spawn at the back. So now I declare some charges. So I'm going to start by declaring it.
Okay.
So starting by declaring, the scout squad with McCall are going to charge at your champion here, or your lord. They move 10, which is more than enough, so they get into combat. This infantry squad with Bragg are going to charge the Poxwalkers to come and help Gaunt out.
Well,
yes, they are going to come and help Gaunt out. However, that doesn't mean that the Poxwalkers aren't going to choose some of them up first, because that tends to be what happens. I will also declare Rawn charging the Rhino. He moves plenty, so he gets into contact as well. And then over here, I was actually going to charge at the squad that's not there anymore. So starting with Rawn first, because he charged, he has a special ability. At the start of the fight phase, if this unit contains Major Rawn, select one enemy unit within engagement range, and that unit fights last this phase. I select the Rhino because that's the only thing I'm in contact with, so I get to fight everything here before you get to fight with the Rhino. However, he doesn't have much in the way of anti-tank capabilities by himself. He has 3 attacks with 3+ weapon skill. So that's 2. And strength of 3 against a toughness of 7, so it's 6s to wound. Although he gets 1. You get an armor save at -1 AP because of straight silver.
Yep.
And that's failed, so the Rhino takes 1 point of damage. So to keep the turn order correct, I have to fight with this infantry squad next. So if I do everyone except for Bragg, and then I'll roll Bragg by himself. 8 infantry, 2 for the sergeant. So these are all the standard attacks, and they'll be hitting on 4+. That was not a roll. This is the roll. That's decent. And toughness 4, strength 3, so these are wounding on 5s. Oh no, only 1. Would you like to roll a disgustingly resilient? Sorry, an Ender Sword.
Yeah.
Nope. So 1 model removed.
This one.
So now I get to fight with this infantry squad because I forced you to fight last. And they will declare a stratagem that I'm using tube charges because it's an it's just about the only anti-tank I've got. Well, I've got heavy weapons up there. So this is for tube charges. This is a 4+2 hit. It hits. Nice. Fantastic. So that means that does 2d3 mortal wounds. So it does 3 mortal wounds. Do you want to fight with the Poxwalkers first?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Poxwalkers. 2 attacks each, so that would be 16 dice. And then 15, 16. So 4 pluses for my weapon skill. No, that's not looking too good.
Oh, I like that. That's good for me, not for you. So once you have worked out how many hit, so you now can declare whether you're putting them on Gaunt or on the infantry squad. Are you putting them all on Gaunt?
Yes, we're putting them all on Gaunt.
It's force to wound.
I'll re-roll that one. Yeah, okay.
So 3. Let me go for some 4+ armor saves for Gaunt. He fails 2 of them. That's bad news because he's got 2 wounds left, which means Gaunt goes down.
And I get a Poxwalker back.
And you get a Poxwalker. You get a Gaunt Poxwalker.
Gaunt Poxwalker.
So if this is the Gaunt Poxwalker, he gets Gaunt's power sword. And I'll just pop that there.
Some balances.
And I won't actually leave it there because that's silly.
We'll lose it.
Yes. So the scout squad attacking your commander. I'm going to start with McCall, who gets 4 attacks at 2+ to hit. All of them hit. He has a strength of 3,
Toughness 5.
5s and 6s wound. That's only 1 wound. It is -1 AP. So 4s. Saved. So the rest of the scouts get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they are hitting on 3+. They are wounding on 5+. And you have 2 armor saves, also 4+. That's 3 6s you rolled for armor saves there. Would you like to roll some 6s to hit me back? Unsurprisingly, they all hit. Oh, nice. That's still 2 wounds though.
2 wounds.
So I get 2 armor saves, and these are invulnerable armor saves, so there's no AP. Because McCall gives the whole unit an invulnerable 5+ armor save. So 2 saves, 1 is made, 1 fails, and so the ghost returns to his grave. I've done a fair amount of kills. I think I'm on... I shouldn't say that. I can't really call it right now, because you've taken out Gaunt, and you're gonna take out that infantry squad. This is going badly for me. There's no way I'm going to finish him off. I can't call it yet. Yeah.
Okay, on to my turn.
Oh, we forgot to actually do objectives, but it would have been
No one's holding them.
contested, nothing.
Yeah.
So now we do yours, contested, nothing. So still no points.
Okay, then.
Right, get on with your movement phase then.
So I am going to use the Dead Walk again. So I'm going to roll 7 d6s. Each 3+, I get 1 Poxwalker back.
Roll it.
Here. Oh, that was rough. Just 2.
Nice.
Okay, sorry, for movement, my Chaos Spawn has advanced all the way to here. My remaining 5 men, which we didn't roll for morale checks on.
Should we roll a morale check now?
Yeah, we can do. Have joined in on this battle.
I don't think they're actually allowed to move into combat until the charge phase, but
I've moved them pretty much right.
if you just move them an inch away, then they can roll an inch on 2d6.
They can shoot first, yeah.
Shooting. Is there any shooting to be done?
Those 3.
Yeah. Who can they shoot at? Can they shoot at anybody?
No. I've just realised I tried to save the flame at them, so
Yeah.
flame ain't gonna have range.
They can just about shoot there, but I think that's almost certainly more than 24 inches.
No, it's the 2 flamer boys that survived and the other ones in cover, so.
Yeah. So, there's no shooting at all?
No shooting.
No shooting at all in Chaos Turn 2. Right, charges then. Let's roll 2d6 and see how far they move.
5.
That's enough. They get in. And can you roll less than a 1 on 2d6? Well, you rolled a 1, but yeah, they're fine. So, I declare first. So I'm going to declare this infantry squad against the Poxwalkers.
Okay.
They're actually still full strength, so I get 8 standard troops plus 2 attacks from the sergeant, and then I get Brag's attack separately. So 4+ hit. Toughness 4, so 5 to wound. 2, and then Brag's attack.
Oh. Okay. So 2 on roll.
Yeah, go on. You can roll your Endless Hordes.
Made 1.
Dead. Brag, 2 attacks, 3+. He's got strength 4, so it's 3+, 4+. So 1 hits. Does not wound. Try again, Brag. Doesn't work in close combat.
Oh.
So now you get to declare something.
Oh, we'll start over here since this is where I'm stood. We'll do the old Chaos Spawn. Have a look.
Just in case that wasn't recording. So this fight ended with very little happening. I did 1 more wound and nothing in return. moving over to the attacks over here.
Yep.
Your 3 dudes get to fight first.
No.
No hits at all. Okay. In which case, I declare my unit here will attack your rhino.
Okay.
And once again, stratagem of tube charges. So I need a 4+ with one of my people. Actually, no, I'm going to use Rawn. I'm going to sacrifice all of his attacks. Rawn has a 3+, so I'm only gaining 1 in 6 bonus, but I'm going to choose Rawn to attack with. He replaces all of his attacks with the tube charges, and so on a 3+, I do 2d3 mortal wounds. Yes, it hits. I do 2d3 mortal wounds. So that's a 2 and a 2, so 4. That brings it down to 1. I might just blow up that rhino. But not quite yet. You get your commander's attacks against me down here. This whole bouncing between different combats is a very clumsy way of playing.
Okay, so we've got 2+ on the attacks. That's all of them.
All of them.
And then 3+ to wound at the table. 3 6s.
3. Any modifier to armor save? Never mind. Because of McCall's special rule, I get invulnerable 5+ armor save. But I saved 2 of them. And that's still 1 dead.
So one down.
I've kind of melted a lot of your forces, but the most dangerous stuff is still here. I don't consider that thing dangerous.
We have 10 poxwalkers left, 2 attacks each, that's 20 die. And it was a 3+, was it? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't like the look of that.
4 to wound then.
Oh, I'm liking these poor rolls. Well, it's not that bad. In fact, that's above average, so I take that back. Let me roll some armor saves. 5+ armor save. Oh, I make 3.
Nice.
I make 4 of them, so that's 2 dead. So to give myself a little bit of shooting this turn at least, I've fallen back the squad with Bragg in it away from the Poxwalkers. This squad has moved up. They're going to shoot the Poxwalkers. Corbeck's on his way back here to help out the heavy weapons team, but he actually does still have a line of sight on them. And of course, the snipers down here also get a shot on the Poxwalkers. And I think I will start with the snipers. So 2 normal snipers, rolling 3s to hit. Both hits. Strength 4, toughness 4, so it's 4s to wound. Oh, wow, okay. Larkin with his long lass, he gets 2s to hit. He hits, 3s to wound. He does wound, so that's 1. And I get 3 lass guns, which are at 3s to hit, 5s to wound. No wounds, that's rubbish. Endless Horde save.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nope.
1 removed.
My poxwalkers are starting to feel a little bit picked on at this point.
I hope they feel a little bit picked on until they all go away. So now this infantry squad are going to shoot. Are they within 12? Some of them are. So these last 2 are not. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 last gun shots. These will be 4s to hit. That's all right. 5s to wound. That's also all right. That's 3. And also the heavy bolt gun will get 3 shots. We're hitting on 4s. Sorry, hitting on 5s because they've moved. Wounding on 4s. No, nothing, rubbish. And finally, there is a sniper in this squad as well who hits and wounds. 4 of your Endless Horde saves.
None.
No 6s, so 4 more removed. And finally, Corbeck with his last carbine, hotshot last carbine, gets 3 shots, hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s, but it doesn't matter because they're 2 6s. 2 endless horde saves. Neither of them. That brings them down to 2. That is a lot more my speed. I think that is all of the shooting that I can do. Yes, it is. So let's move on to the charge phase. Corbeck's going to charge, or maybe he's probably out of range. How far does he go? 9. He makes it. Nothing. Daryl in combat. Nothing. You get to choose the first. You can't choose that because Corbeck's there. You can choose any of your other units in combat. Who are you choosing first?
So we've got our commander. He's got 5 attacks.
Cool.
Oh boy. So that was all of those.
I assume it's a 3+. Yes. So
3 pluses.
it's a lot of 2s. Oh, there's only 2 2s. Okay, so 3 got through. I will roll my invulnerable 5+, which I get none of. So some of those are going to have to come away.
Any preference?
Keep the plasma gun. Well, in that case, I will fight back with the scout squad. So I get 3 attacks from the scouts, hitting on 3s. I will put all of those onto the cultists, so they are wounding on 4s. So 2 and -1 armor pierce. I think that means they die.
They're dead.
So the heavy weapons team manages to knock out the other Chaos Spawn. Corbeck, who ran all of the way from the other side of the universe to come and save them, is like, what do you need my help for? Why did you call for my help?
They wanted him to watch, like, oh look at me kill this guy.
Oh, is it bragging rights? Is that what it was? Well,
it's like a little kid going, Mom, look at me, and then like doing a little jump. It's that kind of thing.
Well, Corbeck is not impressed. However, over here the Rhino did nothing, but I'm going to attack back, and I'm going to start with, once again, the same stratagem against the Rhino. Tube charges. I'm going to see if I can blow it up. Rolling to hit. And it hits. 2d3 can't possibly roll less than 1. That is 5. So that is destroyed. Let's see if it explodes.
Okay, so that is now destroyed. I'm going to roll a d6. On a 6 it'll explode. No explosion.
No explosion. So you can go.
What happens to the men that
We'll read the rules and find out what happens to the squad that's still inside it. They've been hanging out in there half the game. The squad disembarking from the Rhino is in the middle of everything and has plenty of options, as do the Poxwalkers. Otherwise, your commander is in combat and it's looking very thin on the ground. But let's see what the movement phase has to offer.
My remaining Poxwalkers decided to advance towards the snipers.
They're coming over here. The squad from the Rhino
Have decided to advance on this unit.
Okay.
Obviously they can shoot first, and that
Yeah.
is my entire movement phase.
Yeah, so let's get with some shooting. Who are they shooting? Are they shooting at that unit?
Yes.
Get on with some rolling.
So these guys are going to shoot on these guys. So starting off with the Flamer Boy.
D6. 6 attacks. Automatically hit, and then going straight to rolling to wound. Strength 4, toughness 3.
3 pluses. Oh yeah.
All of them. Oh dear. Well, I'll roll some armor saves. So 5+ for my armor saves. Oh, nice.
Also good.
3 of them. However, that is still 3 Alaskan troopers dying.
Okay, then. So on to my auto guns. Auto.
Is that everyone with an autogun, or has this champion got something else?
He's got an auto gun.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 attacks.
So hopefully 4 pluses. Just 1.
Just the 1. I'll roll an armor save of 5+.
No.
And save it. Excellent.
Shocking.
So that's your shooting phase over. Would you like to declare a charge here?
I would. I'd like to declare a charge.
Would you like to roll 2d6 to see if they can bridge the 1 inch gap between... Yeah, I think they make it.
Yeah, the Poxwalkers.
Roll for them. They're going to the snipers.
They are.
No, they might not. They might not. They might not. Yeah, I think they make it. That's less than 6 inches. That's more like 4. They make it. So, starting with the veterans. Hitting on 3s. That was bad. Wounding on toughness 4, so it'll be wounding on 5s. Nothing. McCall gets 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s. All of them. Wounding still on 5s. Nothing.
So Commander's got 5 attacks, and his weapon skill is 2+. 4. It's not bad. So strength 5.
Oh, strength 5. That's still the same. 3+ to wound. 3 of them. I get my invulnerable saves. Or 5+.
Oh.
Yes. This combat is resolved. Lovely. Next.
7 attacks here. And it's going to be a 4+. Ooh.
That's a few getting in.
4 getting in.
Roll into wound. They all make it through on the wound roll. Let's have some armor saves. And this is a 5+ armor save. Only 1, which means 3 of them die. I roll my sergeant's attacks. I get 2 attacks because he has chain sword. And this will be forced hit. 1 hit. Forced to wound. A wound. So now Bragg also gets to attack. He has 2 attacks at weapon skill 3+. So both hits. He has a strength of 4, which means it's a 3+ to wound. Both of them. He also has the Tanith War Knife. So that's 3. Sorry, that's 2 more dead. 3 in total. Now, for what I'm dreading, over here, would you like to roll some Poxwalker attacks?
I would. Okay, so 2 attacks each, 2 of them, and it will be 4 pluses. Oh,
Only 1.
Only 1. Yes.
Oh, it does wound. I still get an armor save. 1 last chance to not have a Poxwalker come back to haunt me. Oh, okay, you get a Poxwalker back. I lose one of the rifles. However, I get to attack back, so I get the 4 snipers basically count as normal infantry at this point. 4 attacks at weapon skill 4+. So 1 hit and a 5 to wound. Does not wound. Larkin has only 1 attack, but he does have a weapon skill of 3. He does hit. He does not wound. That is not ideal. But that's that combat resolved. That is resolved, and I think everything there is done as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it moves over to... So as you might expect, my sniper squad have fallen back, although they're actually moving forwards. And something's happening here. Would you like to call it?
So I'm going to use the stratagem Cut Them Down, which will allow me to roll 1 die for each of my models, so 3. So on a roll of a 6, I cause a mortal wound to Ed's squad.
Cool.
So.
Oh.
No.
No, okay, I get away clean. That's lucky for me. So the rest of my movement is my entire army. Essentially, most of it's advancing around the board so that I can take an objective here, take an objective here. And also, I'm issuing an order from Rawn to the snipers so that they can shoot even though they fell back. And I'm going to start with those snipers.
Poor Poxwalkers being ganged up on again.
Yep, so this is the 2 standard snipers, hitting on 3s. Both hits. Wounding on strength 4, toughness 4, so it's wounding on 4+. 1. Then it'll be Larkin, hitting on 2s. He misses, wow. 3 last guns. Hitting on 3+, because their ballistic skill is 3+. Wounding on 5s. Nothing. 1 endless horde save.
Yeah.
Failed. So now this squad, which did not advance, they get to shoot. The sniper is at -1. I think that squad has a sniper. Yes, it does. So, rolling the sniper first. So the sniper is at 5+ to hit because she moved. Still hits. Rolling 4+ to hit. Sorry, to wound. So that is 1 wound. And then all of the last guns. 7 last guns makes 14, and the sergeant's last pistol makes 15. Hitting on 4+. Wounding on 5+. So that is, if I add back in the sniper, 5 saves for you to make
Well,
on your endless horde. No.
They're all dead.
The poxwalkers are gone, finally.
So at this point, I'm obviously going to concede. I think the only one that's doing any good is the champion down there.
Cool. Well, good game.
Yeah. There's a camera going, yeah. Good.
Yeah. Well, a pretty sound victory for Gaunt's Ghosts.
Yep. Yes.
Although maybe not quite for Gaunt himself.
This is Gaunt now.
That's Gaunt now. He's turned into a poxwalker. I think I might have to go back and find how many models have turned into poxwalkers over the course of this campaign. I'm sure with the last few games we've got, might end up being quite a few. Those things, they are dangerous.
They are fun.
But for today, we have a Tanith pretty solid victory. I think in the campaign so far, this is the best, kind of most solid victory we've had. But only because we sort of shoehorned your army into a very, very specific set of requirements.
I mean, it was more for testing the codex and chaos units.
Chaos Guard, essentially, which is pretty much what the Gaunt's Ghosts fight against in every book. It's either cultists or it's the Traitor Guard in the form of either units that have been trained by the Imperium and turned, or units that have been trained up by Chaos Forces,
Correctly. Okay.
like the Sons of Sec specifically and Blood Pact. Both of those, I mean, there's a little bit of both, but those two are specifically Chaos trained humans to be a Chaos Guard, and that's kind of what we were looking at replicating in this game today. And I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good fun.
I managed to win. But hopefully you enjoyed watching along at home.
Yeah. So as a result of our defeat today, our next game in this campaign is going to have to be a major push from Chaos to try and win back some land, win back some territory, and get a few more civilians,
A few more poxwalkers
converted over. Yeah.
Yeah, and for that we're going to push to the lofty heights of a 750-point game. Wow.
Yeah.
Certainly we're playing small games in this campaign. We're still learning the 9th edition rules, and also we're testing all sorts of weird and wonderful things, both with the Tanith and kind of squeezing the chaos into where they're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
But we're going to go for a 750-point game and kind of finish with a bang.
With a mouldy toenail.
With a mouldy toenail. And a flying mouldy toenail.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all very much for watching. I'm ED-SKaR.
I'm Paul Allen.
And we'll see you next time for that big battle.
And goodbye.
And goodbye.